In this video, we're taking a look at one of my favorite white paint colors, Sherwin Williams Pure White. If you're looking for a versatile, flexible white, hands down, this is the best one. That doesn't mean it's going to suit every home, but it definitely has a good shot at the title. One reason is because while Pure White is white, it's a soft white. There's soft whites, true whites, warm whites, cool whites. Pure White is a soft white with a tiny bit of warmth. Now, the reason we know it's a soft white is because it has an LRV of 84. The LRV of whites goes from about 82 to 96. So sitting at 84, Pure White is a soft white, but it doesn't ever look like an off-white. I mean, it can look a bit off if you compare it to a brighter white, but all on its own, with this LRV and its minimal undertones and warmth, it's a great white because it acts like white without being stark or icy or really cold looking. Now for undertones, Pure White is awesome because it has very little undertone. You got a bit of gray in there, a little bit of yellow, but that doesn't really relate to a noticeable color. If you have southern light or some warm afternoon western sunshine, of course it's going to pick up warmth. It's going to look a little bit more yellow, but so will almost any white paint color because those exposures are super warm. Now, if you have northern exposure, or maybe you have like eastern afternoon light is a little bit flat, same with western morning light. I would say the one thing that I don't love about Pure White is in those flatter lights or cooler lights, it does lose that bit of passive warmth it has, and I really miss it personally, but I love warm white, so would it be warm enough for me if my home were all north facing? No, but that doesn't mean it's not warm enough for you and your interior finishes, because even though you might like stark whites, cool whites, warm whites, it's your interior finishes and their particular needs they're going to call the shots. Then comes exposure and all that other fun stuff. Now, if you have Pure White walls and you want to paint your trim and cabinets white, or maybe the other way around, maybe you have Pure White cabinets, you want to paint your walls white, a lot of people want to mix and match whites. And while it can work, is the odd good combo. You want to tread carefully because whites expose each other's undertones. And one white can make another look yellow, dingy, dirty, blue, green, all that stuff. So I'm going to go through the top whites, comparing them to Pure White, just to show you what these combos are. But long story short, well, I'll tell you the long story short once we've gone through these. And if I don't do it, remind me in the comment section. Chantilly Lace. So if I had to put Pure White with a different white, it would be Chantilly Lace. The key is that, how do I explain this now? The walls, if you are using two whites, your walls should be the darker of your surfaces. So if you're using white trim and white walls, your walls need to be the darker white, the one with the lower LRV. If you're doing white walls and cabinets, your walls need to be the darker white. Otherwise, the flow looks a little janky, things aren't gonna look good. So let's say you have Pure White walls, you can do Chantilly Lace trim or cabinets, but notice how it pops up the warmth of Pure White. So Pure White, which previously looked a little bit passive, subtle, now it looks a little bit more yellow, so that's what whites do, they expose each other. So check that out. So if I had to do a white, Chantilly Lace would be near the top of my list. If you have cream trim or cabinets, I get a lot of online clients saying, oh, I have cream trim and cabinets, I want to do my walls white. And it's like, I wouldn't. It's pretty fugly. This is Sherwin Williams Antique White, but you'll get the same look with if you have Benjamin Moore Navajo White, Sherwin Williams Creamy. They're all creams that don't really want to be partnered with Pure White. Benjamin Moore White Dove. These two have very similar LRVs. They compete. I would not put Pure White and White Dove together. Heck no. What do we got here? Three more. Sherwin Williams Extra White. Again, if I had to mix and match whites, Extra White can be okay. Again, as long as Pure White is the walls and Extra White is the trim or cabinets, not the other way around. Otherwise, it looks backwards. Sherwin Williams Alabaster, nice warm white. I do get a lot of people saying, I want to do Pure White and Alabaster. And I'm like, I wonder if I were you. Could you do it the other way around with Alabaster on the walls, Pure White cabinets and trim? I still wouldn't. Again, that would be good because Alabaster has a lower LRV than Pure White, so it's darker than Pure White, so it would be on the walls. Would I do alabaster walls with pure white trim and cabinets? No. Hard no. They have different temperatures, and then the one's gonna look dingy. It's just not good. Benjamin Moore Simply White? No, I wouldn't do it. No, I wouldn't do it. So back to the long story short, if you have pure white walls, trim, or cabinets, and you wanna paint another surface white, do pure white. So if you wanna do your all surfaces, your ceilings, trims, walls, cabinets white, just do pure white. Keep it simple, otherwise you risk overexposing pure white's undertones and you end up with yellowish or dingy looking walls, cabinets, or trim. Now in the next video, we are going to compare pure white to some of the popular warm shades of white, a couple cool ones, so you can see how things settle.